What is up, everyone? Welcome to the live stream. And Mike said it right. I'm feeling bullish. Yes, I am. I hope everyone is having an amazing day. It is ice cold here in beautiful Southwest Florida. A mean lean 66. Get the hoodies out. Get the sweatshirts going. Get the sweatpants on, folks. But you know what? We're about to warm it up in this show. Yeah, it's snowing, crew. 66 degrees. Look, we shouldn't have to work when it's 66 degrees out. It is way too cold. Yo, Death Trap, welcome to the show, my friend. I see you coming in with the ode subscribe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Midnight from Scotland. Yo, Derek, man. You're in for a treat. Everyone's in for a treat this show. Because Rip went into the kitchen today. He started cooking up some things. He cooked up a whole entire XRP ETF inflow impact model. And y'all gonna be the first ones to see it. That's right. We're going over the XRP ETFs. We're breaking down every possible scenario, every possible inflow that's going to be possible. Ice cold in Florida coming in. The Scotness over on Instagram. Everyone, for the first time ever, we got Instagram up and running. We're going to get the camera turned on here in a second. Instagram. We're on Kick now. That's up and running. We're on YouTube. We are on Twitter. We are killing. It is lightly snowing. 30s in PA. Michael Phillips, you keep that to yourself, my friend. We don't want. Let's go, Rip. Mike coming in from Australia. Man, we got people tuning in everywhere. I don't know how I'm going to look and keep up with all these chats. Everything's flying. Let's do this. Let's fire up the old webcam. Think I'm crooked on the vertical. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the show. I'm happy you can make it. You're in for a special episode. We're going through the XRP ETFs. We're breaking down the model. We're going to go from 5 ETFs all the way up. I believe we go to about 15. We're going to talk worst case scenario, best case scenario. We're going to talk about where we can expect the price of XRP to be within the next 30 to 60 days. I spent at least 2 hours cooking this thing up today. It's a thing of beauty. I made an entire video on it. It's going to be out tomorrow on the channel. Make sure you check it out. But if you're here right now, guess what? You get to look at it firsthand. And if you're coming in all over on Insta, you're probably going to want to get over to YouTube, maybe Kick or Twitter to see it. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it up all nice and neat on the screen since Instagram is very vertical layout oriented. It's kind of tough. Yo, George, bring it, my brother. I got you, man. You better strap in. Go get yourself a nice cold drink. Yo, Tyndale, I see you. The price will go down. Spot on, my friend. You nailed it. Just like Bitcoin and Solana. We don't care about tomorrow's price. We care about the 30 to 60 day and the 90-day price. And that's what we're going to bump on out there. Yo, Ricks, what's up, man? Mike, I see you. George, Smoltzy, my boy. What's going on, man? Coop, what's up? Crew, Michael. I see everyone coming on in. 6, the cat, I got you as well. Sneak preview right there. We're going to leave it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now it's coming off. Don't be taking any screenshots and getting cute on me. We're breaking it all down. We're going to talk about it because, as you know, let's just be real. And I put out this beautiful, beautiful tweet on it that really sums this all up and breaks it all down. We talk about it. We talk about all the different ETFs. You can see them up on your screen right here. We got Canary coming in tomorrow. It's official. On the NASDAQ, waiting to go. Number 1. We got Franklin Templeton coming in on the 18th. So the next Thursday after that, or it might be a Wednesday, give or take 1 or 2 days, right? We got Bitwise coming in right after that on the 19th, all the 20th, followed by 21 shares the day after, followed by CoinShares, followed by Grayscale, and then followed by Wisdom Tree. If my math is right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 6 ETFs launching within the next 2 weeks. 6 ETFs. The amount of money you are about to see flow into this ecosystem is going to be insane. It's going to be nothing like we have seen since Bitcoin's ETF came to life. Solana, it did all right its first 10 days. What are we looking at? 360, 400 million dollars? It's okay. Nothing to write home about. Because what XRP is about to do and what they are predicting it is about to do, we're going to flip the game forever. Yeah, I think Morningstar is probably going to be the most accurate one to look at, to be honest with you. I really think Morningstar is going to do it. The Scottness says over on Instagram, everyone is talking about the ETFs. What are they supposed to do? Scottness, so ETFs, that is direct exposure, direct buying to the actual asset. This is how a cryptocurrency breaks away from the Bitcoin dominance. It's really the only way at the given point where we are in the markets, how the assets will break away from Bitcoin. Everyone is so used to, well, Bitcoin goes up, the rest of the market's going to go up. We are entering a new era. That is what the ETFs are going to allow these assets to do, to break away from Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin decides it's going to shit the bed and go down 20%, with these assets and the amount of money coming in on the direct pairing from a direct currency, it will not have to follow Bitcoin. This is how we break away. That's what these ETFs do. And the ETFs allow institutional exposure. So the people that got a lot of money, they just go, hey, JP Morgan, get me some of that XRP. We're going to buy up the ETF. So they don't have to go through Coinbase or Uphold or Gemini. They go directly to their broker and they allow them to purchase the ETF, which means they are going to be holding that asset now. That is why these ETFs are so massive. Plus, this opens the floodgates to your retirement, which is coming in. Your retirement accounts, which will kick in at the end of 26, beginning of 27, your pension funds, they will all be going into these ETFs when they get their exposure to crypto. This is the catalyst we have been waiting for. I don't care if you've been in crypto since 2017 like myself, if you've been there in 2013, or if you are here today. You were here before the ETFs. You were here before the institutional money is entering the space. What I like to tell people is, if you're looking to get into crypto and your crypto doesn't have an ETF or there's no talks about an ETF, you probably shouldn't be looking to get into that crypto because you're not going to get that institutional exposure. You're not going to get that retirement money, that pension funding, that sovereign wealth money. It is not going to enter your crypto asset. And that's where the big money comes in. That is how your asset is going to go up at a very high pace in valuation. That is what we want. 401k access to XRP. Spot on. Nicholas Peterson. Rip, what's up with Lux? Your ghosted community won't answer them. Where are you at? I'm here, my friend. Lux, we're just waiting for Meta, my friend. We're waiting for Meta. NASDAQ opens at 9:30 a.m., closes at 4. Yeah, we should have. Did it already go through? Does anyone know if it's gone through yet? Did they sign over or vote on the bill yet? Is that done? Did the government reopen? I thought it was at 7 p.m. It was going down. Did we get a vote yet? Does anyone know? I'm going to get the check. But I thought they said 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So about 9 minutes ago, the vote should have come in. Make it right. When do you think we should start taking XRP profits when this shit takes off? Man, I'm going to be honest with you. Everyone got different goals, right? Everyone has a different bag. Everyone's looking to achieve something different. It's a very, very tough question to answer. It honestly depends on you. It depends on you. It's hard to say. It's hard to say for an individual, you know what I mean? The vote still hasn't happened. Was watching it? Of course. Why not? Government's slow as shit. That's crazy. They're still arguing like children. The vote is next. I mean, there's no way it doesn't get voted, right? To reopen the government. There's no way. It has to go down. But regardless, it doesn't matter because the ETF is launching because the Form 8A was filed, meaning that it goes live regardless, right? So we're good. It hasn't started yet. All right. So hopefully during this live show, we get the vote going here. Michael says, do you think with all these ETFs that we will not have such a big fluctuation of value XRP from bull run to bear market? Yes. Yes, I do. That's a great point. Yo, Thomas, what's up, man? So, Michael, to your comment on that, if put it like this, we're not going to see a 90% correction across the board, right? Those days on your major assets, they're done. When institutional money enters the days of 90%, 95% corrections, they're over with. Will we see a dip at some point, a correction within the market? No doubt about it. Maybe it's 20%, maybe it's 40%, but it's not going to be 90. There's always going to be a correction because what goes up, it's going to come back down. And why is that? Because people take profits. When people take profits, it comes back. It just comes back, right? It retraces. And that's the nature of any asset. And if you look at stocks, if you look at crypto, it doesn't matter, right? People take profits when they make money, when they feel it's right, when they hit a certain number. Everyone's number is different depending on when they got in. So you're going to get profits being taken, which means markets pull back when profits happen. But are we going to see a 90% correction on XRP in the bear market? There's no shot. No shot. I don't think XRP drops under $1 again. I mean, we would need something catastrophic to happen for this thing to go under $1. And I don't see it. But your other assets that don't have ETFs that are on page like 50 or page 60 of, Coin Market Cap, a live coin watch, will those have 90% corrections? 100%, 100%, right? Your meme coins, those are going to get massive corrections, massive corrections there. ChatGPT says it's 60 to 40 to reopen the government. Is that 60? That's okay. 60 in favor. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a done deal, to be honest with you. Selling XRP depends on the amount of XRP you hold in your goals. Yeah, spot on. So people will reach 1 million at lower amounts. Yeah. As I said, it's a very tough question to answer because everyone got different goals. Everyone has different selling points. My selling point could be $7 and Smoltz could be looking to sell this thing at $20 or Rick or Mike. It doesn't matter. It's different on everybody is what I'm trying to say, right? It's different. Senate already passed. We're good. We're good. When we get answers, Nick, from TCG, we get an update going. I know I spoke to JD the other day. He's reaching out to them. I got to touch base with him, see what they're saying. $1, Mike, like not going back to $1. Not going back to $1. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Under $1, I want to say. Under $1. Because there is support sitting around like $1.76. We'll pull up TradingView in a second here. HBAR, what do you think? Bullish on HBAR. HBAR got ETFs. HBAR's ETF, shockingly, was launched before XRP's ETF, and so was a Litecoin, which was crazy because the order should have been, if you were paying attention to the filings, your order should have been Solana. That was a week before. That was your first week of October, and then XRP was right after. There was really no talks about an HBAR or a Litecoin for that month at least. We knew they were coming because they were getting filed, but the fact that they came out before, that's wild. That's wild. Derek, rolling the Canary ETF today. Yeah, oh, it's coming, man. It's coming. Papa Bear, what's up, man? I saw your little story yesterday. I got some cash and meme coins, so I'm waiting for those to run. Man, meme coins are a hell of a ride. Hell of a ride. Michael, XDC. I got nothing for that one. Not my cup of tea. XDC is not my cup of tea. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Rip, any news of Velo? Yeah, sit on your hands. We sit on our hands with Velo. That's what we do. Velo's not going to move until the end. We need to wait. Velo, you got to be super, super patient on. It's going to be a last mover. And if she goes, the targets on it, the fib targets are absolutely wild. I mean, I think the highest extension on the fib, if my memory serves me correct, was around like 75 cents. I don't think we're going to get there. As I said, I like 20 cents is when I would start paying attention to Velo. And nothing has changed there. Is the price under a penny? Yes. Did it go down? Yes. But the whole market went down. And these assets, like your Velos out there, your lower supplied assets, or the ones that don't have that much liquidity in them, they get hit the hardest during these. So we're good. We're good on it. George, XLM follows in the coattails of XRP. If XRP's pumping, XLM's going to pump. I don't even pay attention to XLM. I buy it every week. That's the only crypto I buy every week. Just because I'm too lazy to log into my account and cancel the order. I've been buying XLM for the past 8 years at this point, 7 years, something around there. I know not to look at the price until XRP starts to push up. They move neck and neck. Michael, we do not, I repeat, Smoltz, did you put him up to it? Smoltz, where are you? We don't talk about Casper around here. I don't want to look at Casper. I don't want to know about Casper. I have nothing to say about Casper. Papa Bear, when do you think our high is best guess? You know, it's a very interesting question. We need to pay attention to one thing right now. One thing, and that's Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I put out the tweet yesterday. Bitcoin needs to hold the line of 100K. Where is the core market cap? We've tested it multiple times. I believe about 4 times now. And we bounced up, which is a very, very good sign. If Bitcoin gets a weekly close under 100K, strap in, because it's going to go close that CME gap in the lower 90s, which means it's going to drag the entire market down with it. And if we don't get a bounce from the lower 90s, we could be in some serious trouble, but we'll make the video when that happens. As for now, we are getting bounces off of the $100,000 region on Bitcoin, which is a huge, huge support region for us. Not only through the liquidity that's at 100K, but for your psychological barrier as well. So that's what we need to pay attention to on Bitcoin. We need Bitcoin to go, right? First target's 108 to 112. That gets broken. We look at 120. When 120 gets broken, then we start looking at a new all-time high, and we're in the bull run. That's your bull run on Bitcoin. Altcoins will obviously follow. So pay attention to Bitcoin right now, and then we'll be good. Yeah, if you're coming in over on YouTube, 205 coming in on the old tuber, make sure you hit that like button. Instagram as well, make sure you hit it. Last Gambit, there's always one of you, man. I'm kind of hoping for that $92,000 dump. That's more goodies at a discount. You know, you're right, it is. You're 100% right. I don't want to see it, to be honest with you, because 100,000, as I said, it's a very, very important level on Bitcoin. I don't want to see it break. I don't. I would like to see Bitcoin push up from here and start moving up. One token that you should be paying attention to right now, obviously everyone sees what is going on with Zcash, and then we're going to jump in over to the XRP ETF stuff because I rambled enough. Zcash obviously went on its little rampage. Pay attention to ICP. ICP's chart is looking very, very beautiful. It just made a nice push up. 640. Pay attention to this chart. If it breaks $10, we're going to 20 super, super quick. This chart looks good. It accumulated for a long time. It dumped down. It retested support, and now it's responding very nicely to it. So take a look at that. Pay attention to ICP for anyone that's holding it. Good evening, Danny Boy from the Netherlands. Rusty says, what creates a decouple of XRP from Bitcoin? Spot money. Spot money is what does that. You need direct buying of XRP from your order books on it in a local currency, USD, but obviously any local currency will do it. That is how you break away from that control that Bitcoin has. These spot ETFs are going to help that as well. It's going to help them break away. Because look, if you look at it at the end of the day, and I talk about this in the XRP ETF model that I'm going to show you, when you look at the actual amount of XRP that people think that's out there compared to what's really on the exchanges, there is a huge difference in it. There's not a lot of XRP that's on the over-the-counter books. There's not. But we want to look at the total supply of XRP. You know, I mean, they have it published as 99 billion. That's not correct. It's about, what, 60 billion in circulating supply. And I'll show it to you in a document. 60 billion circulating. There's probably about 5 billion. I would say 5 to 8 billion is a very comfortable number on the actual over-the-counter and these order books. It's not a lot. And when we start looking at these ETF inflows and what's pushing in through the inflows, that XRP is going to get vacuumed up super, super quick. Super quick. Now, if they're not utility based, they're not worth it. Spot on. AVAX is your biggest loser at the moment. Yeah, I'm down on AVAX. I think I'm around 30 on it. About 50% loss. That's all right though. I'm not concerned. The only asset I'm concerned about is Casper. That's the only one. Dead honest truth. I'm just concerned about Casper. Could it bounce back? It could. I mean, I need to get to 4 cents and I'll be all right. I'll break even, but I'm concerned about it. Only I don't know how you still holding it. I don't. That man, that token. That kills me. All right, let's jump over to this. Here it is. XRP ETF launch module. Can I move my screen? Can I do this? Can I do that? Oh, I could do that. And I could do this. Yeah, yeah, I'm staking mine. I haven't even looked at how much I have staked and earned up. Maybe it lowered my DCA to 3.5 cents. Who knows at this point? I'll be honest with you. I have no freaking clue. Let me see what we got cooking over on Twitter. 521 coming in on Twitter. You love to see it. 2. All right, almost at 1,000 people love it. Casper is a damn ghost, man. I hate that coin. I hate that coin. Never should have got involved in that coin. Never should have got involved. What am I in it? I think I'm in it for like 20K, 15K, 20K. I think it's worth like 3K. Shit's, it's crushed me. It's crushed me. But you know what? Tax write-off. Screw it. That's what it's going to come down to. I think it's 15 is what I'm in it at. Whatever. You can't win all the battles. You know what I mean? The only thing that matters is at the end of the day, when you cash out and you take profits, that you're up ahead. I can't win every single crypto battle. Well, that's what it's going to come down to. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about what I cooked up here. You're going to like this. You're going to like this. You're going to like these numbers. If you're in YouTube, hit that thumbs up button, everyone. Let's go. Crazy news about Canary ETF. That's right. Philly cheese. Perfect timing, my friend. All right. Here's what we got. Over on the left, you see I highlighted it. That is your ETF count. I think it's pretty obvious what that means. That means the amount of ETFs that we have, right? Seed per ETF. That is how much money we expect to come in for each individual ETF. Your total inflow is your seed times the count. Your percent of the XRP supply absorbed, pretty self-explanatory. And then we got a 30-day price and a 60-day price, going from a conservative number all the way up to an aggressive number on this. We're going to do this anywhere between 5 to 20 ETFs. We know we have 11 coming to life. 7 of them are this month. We then have an additional 4 that are coming that are announced. That's 11. But we do know there's about another 14 or so ETFs out there floating around. And then we also know that there are baskets of ETFs coming. Those are not taken into account here, okay? Those are not taken into account. So when we look at these targets, and we're going to look at just say we get 5 ETFs. Obviously, we know the number is more than 5. We're getting 7. But let's talk about 5. If we see just the bare minimum of inflows come in on them, we're expecting 10 million per the ETF, so 50 million in total to flow in. Okay? If we look at the high end on this thing, we're expecting 45 million per ETF and $225 million to flow in on these ETFs. So the percent of supply absorbed can go anywhere from 0.08% up to 0.38%. A nice chunk of that XRP taken off the markets. Where does that put the price? 30 days, if we get the bare minimum of 5 ETFs, not too exciting, not too thrilling. I get it. But remember, this is only off of 5, and this is off the bare minimum. Like no one wants this thing, which we all know it's not true. You're only looking at a $3 to $4 XRP. That's it. And this is all based upon a $2.40 XRP price. If we look at a 60-day, where would we be after? Or I should say by January 1st, we would be looking at a $3.80 XRP all the way up to a $5.20 XRP. Not bad. I'll be honest with you. I would 100% take that off of 5 ETFs. Not complaining about it. Here's where it gets fun, though. Here's where it gets fun. You got Casper at 2 cents, less 400, write it off. Smart, man. Smart. I wish I did that. We're going to look at if we get 10 ETFs coming to life. And we know there's going to be 11. So this is kind of the ballpark, the range that we're looking at. George, what is the average person holding for XRP? I think I can show you a rich list before we get into this. Current stats. This is your rich list. These are your current stats. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you call an average person, but you can see a majority of people who hold XRP hold about 25,000 or less XRP. That's your majority right here in this line and down. About 25,000 XRP or less. That's your average holdings on it, is what you're looking at. I mean, I don't know what we consider an average person, but those are your stats where we can see 7 million XRP wallets out there. So that's what we're cooking right there. You're welcome. Let's go back to the inflows. All right, so 10. What happens if we get 10 ETFs, which we're going to get? But this is right in the ballpark of the 11 we know are coming. Bare minimum, those 10 ETFs take in 10 million each. Bare minimum. 450 million at your highest point. Remember, 450 million, right in the ballpark of Solana, right? Solana did 360 million. So this is a pretty doable number if you ask me, 450 million. I think it's going to be a lot higher. I think it's going to be double Solana. But if we look at a conservative price on that in the next 30 days, a beautiful Christmas gift, $6 to $11. $6 to $11 on XRP, a beautiful Christmas gift for everyone for your 30-day conservative to average price with pretty much doing the exact volume that Solana is doing. If we talk about a 60-day time frame, we're looking at $8 to $14.50. What's funny about that is what has my targets been this bull cycle? Everyone who's been here for quite some time, you know Rip's targets. My target is 8 to 13. Well, this 60-day conservative aggressive price, and I've talked about Q4, maybe a leak into Q1, it lines up with the exact volume that Solana ETFs have brought in with what XRP is going to bring in. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Pretty interesting. 8 to 14.50, $14.50. I said 8 to 13. I mean, I'm pretty much in alignment with 10 ETFs. Yo, A11Y, what up, Rip? ETF's a game changer, buddy. Oh, we're changing the game right here, man. ETFs are going to change this game for XRP. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And these targets are absolutely beautiful. And remember, the video is coming out on the YouTube channel tomorrow. Everyone can see I broke this whole down in the video. It's a thing of beauty. You'll be able to see all this in there, pieced out, broken down, presented, beautiful edits. Don't worry about it. Now, here's where it gets even crazier. We know, Ryan, yeah, I know. Maybe he's talking about the total inflow, right? I don't know. But that's more than that. I don't know, man. But here's where it gets crazier. We noticed 24 ETFs that have been filed, right, with the SEC. 24. This does not include your baskets. We have baskets that are coming out. We have baskets. We got baskets galore. This does not take into account that. So if we look at these high-end targets here, your 20 ETFs at a bare minimum bring you a $5 to $7 XRP in 30 days. I mean, we're talking super, super low inflows and a 60-day 640 to 950. But this is where it gets spicy, okay? If we do 3x the volume than Solana's ETFs, and we look at our 30-day price, we're in that double-digit territory. We're at a $10 to $17 XRP. When we look at the 60-day, your end of December, middle of January, we're talking about a $13 to $24 XRP. This is where it gets exciting, right? When we're talking about these double-digit numbers within the next 60 days. Everything for XRP is coming down to ETFs. It's coming down to institutional money. There's no doubt about it. And then we still we're missing a couple of key players. BlackRock and Fidelity will be a multiplier on top of these prices. Just the fact if BlackRock tweets out that they are going to have an XRP ETF, we're going to get a 2x. Fidelity will probably give us like a 1.5x. If you get one of those, you're getting the other. That is how much those two will move the market. That is how much money those two are going to bring into this thing. BlackRock and Fidelity were both just at Ripple's swell event. Do not forget that. Do not forget that BlackRock is already working with Ripple in regards to RLUSD with Van Eck. There is a lot of catalysts here that are pointing to both of those launching an XRP ETF at some point. I would, if I had to take a wild guess, once we get the Clarity and Genius Act passed, that's when it's going to come through. This is exciting, everyone. Yo, Hope, coming in from Vegas. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Should be a domino effect. It's going to be a wild domino effect. Absolutely wild. JB, thanks for everything. You got it, my man. Mike says, how much XRP will these ETFs take off the market? Well, at first, they will not take anything off of the market because they're going to be over the counter. Remember that. What happens is these ETFs start shrinking your over the counter supply. When your over the counter supply shrinks and they run out, they need to source from the public order book. Once they source from the public order book, that is when you see the supply squeeze, the supply shock, whatever terminology you want to throw into there. But that's when the price will absolutely explode once they have to come to the public order book. It's exactly the same playbook that you're seeing happen with Bitcoin right now. The Bitcoin miners cannot keep up with the amount of Bitcoin that they need on over the counter. So what are they going to have to do? They're going to have to go to the public order books and source their Bitcoin. That is why we talk about when the institutions come in, what do? They shake the tree. When they shake the tree, you see a mass liquidation event. Because what they're doing is they're wiping out all the longs and then they're buying all of the longs up because they just lost all of their Bitcoin. That is why you see these events happen. One of the reasons, at least. That's what you just saw on October 10th, a reset of the crypto markets. All your longs got wiped out. No one survived that. I mean, SUI crashed 99%. No one who had a long on SUI survived it. It's impossible at that point. It's absolutely impossible. Yo, Rip, everyone. Shout out to Cap and Smoltzy. Frankie, my boy. What's up, man? Bullish, bro. 100% bullish, Mike. William Wagner, how about the multiplier? Yes, we will see a multiplier once you get that supply shock is when you get the multiplier. In order to get the supply shock, we need the ETFs to go live. And for this percent right here, the percent of supply absorbed from the over-the-counter markets to start getting vacuumed up. Once it starts to get vacuumed up, we start talking about the supply shock scenario. This is where the ETFs are going to lead us. They're going to lead us to the promised land. This is what we've been waiting for, this moment, and it goes down tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day number one's out, and then every week after that, we have more and more ETFs coming to life. It's going to be insane. Now, I'm a little under the weather here. Don't get all crazy if you see these ETFs come out and the price goes down. We've seen it with Bitcoin. You've seen it with a 20% decrease in Solana. That is why these are your 30-day and 60-day. This is not a 7-day or 14-day. They want you to get all shook up. They want you to sell. They want to buy you out of your position. I made tweets about this. I made videos about this. Do not be surprised if tomorrow we get a little spike to the upside from FOMO from retail, but then the institutions run the price back down. And why I say this is because the narrative here is perfect. Think about what just happened to XRP. XRP went on a little run by itself, right? Just earlier this week, remember that? XRP started pumping on Sunday. It continued into Monday by itself. To me, that was the institutions front running the market. Now what are they going to do? Put a little green candle up there, get people all crazy, get them to get that FOMO. And then they get the FOMO, what do? They buy, and then institutions, they hammer the price back down. And then we rinse that out and we run back up. It happened to Bitcoin. Bitcoin crashed down. It went down deep for about 2 weeks. People went nuts. ETF sucks. We don't want these institutions. And then what did it do? It made an all-time high before halving for the first time ever. What has Solana done? What are we on? Day 11 of Solana's ETF? And it's minus 20%? I'm expecting the same exact playbook here. That is why we did these on a 30 and 60-day forecast. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. They're going to try it, Mike says. 100% they're going to try it. XRP World, all XRP spot ETFs are trust. What do you mean, my friend? What do you mean? Gregory says, who didn't get shaken out? Those who refuse to play stupid leverage games. Those who refuse to play stupid. Yeah, exactly. We're smart enough. We know not to play leverage. Because what happens? Everyone says, oh, Bitcoin's about to explode. Let me go put a 20x leverage in. And all of this is on the blockchain. All of the leverage data is visible. So what did they see? They're like, holy crap, we have 19 billion people who have leveraged longs right now. We're going to liquidate everyone. And they pocketed $19 billion. That's what they do. That's exactly what they do here. Mike says, first time in history that we the people are in first. The XRP army leads the way. Damn right. Look, we're never going to be able to say that we beat the institutions to our market as long as we are alive. Think about that. As long as you are alive, your kids might not even be able to say that they were part of a new asset class. I mean, who even knows what the new asset class is going to be? No one even knows. I mean, what can come after crypto and digital currencies? Are they going to discover some new form of gold or something else out there? We don't know. It's wild. It's wild, right? Everyone in YouTube, make sure, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. The more thumbs up we get, the more YouTube will push out the live stream. So all the XRP holders get their alerts. That's the algo. That's not me. That's not me. Jay says, XRP, I hope it hits $6. Then I can retire and live like a king. Jay, I'm coming with you, man. Jay, right here. Here's your $6 target, line 2. On a meaty-ish, like an okay performer for XRP ETFs, we're in that $6 range. Beautiful. It's beautiful. That's it, man. $6 is a walk in the park, if you ask me. $6 is a walk in the park. XXQXX. Prices for tomorrow for the first XRP ETF. As I just said, I'm expecting a little bit of a green candle to the upside. Then I think we're going to come back down. I think there's going to be a correction in the market. I think we correct again. I don't think these are going to fully kick into gear. Probably until this time next month, we will start benefiting the liquidity that is coming in on these things. It's the same playbook as Bitcoin and Solana. The same exact playbook. Right? ETFs go live, price goes down. Solana is still trying to recover. Day 11. You'll see Solana rip first. And remember this. So today's the 12th. Solana's been alive about 11 days. So around Thanksgiving, let's see if Solana has recovered from that 20% dip it took from the ETFs. If it did, you know exactly everything I just spoke about is true. Give 2 weeks and then XRP will start its run. So you're looking at about this time, this exact time actually next month. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Over 3 den down. What are we at? We're like 230. I don't think so. If we look, let me pull up TradingView real quick. We look at TradingView, you can see exactly where we are, right? We're back into the same range we have been trading in since October. The same exact range on this thing. We got resistance. Your first key area, your only key area to pay attention to, we need to break above about 270. If we break 270, we'll hit $3. There is nothing going on between 270 and $3. It is wide open and we'll take it. But 270 is your first hurdle. Got to get above 270. This is a thick area of resistance. That means there is a lot of sell pressure sitting there. A lot of sell pressure sitting there. It needs to get through it. We've tested it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 10 times we tested that resistant area and we got rejected. It's going to break. It's going to pop. But you can see to the downside, we got heavy support all the way down to that 207 region. Heavy support. We got a lot of support there. So what do I expect? Let me draw it for you. Let me show you what I'm thinking. I'm expecting one of these. Oh, need my pencil. I'm expecting one of these. I'm expecting a retest somewhere within this support region. Then I'm expecting another dip back down. And then I'm expecting to rip up to the upside. That's what I'm expecting on this thing. Could I be wrong? 100%. 100%. I mean, it's a 50-50 crapshoot, right? We either go up or we go down. But from what I have seen in the markets between Bitcoin and Solana, even HBAR, this is the exact move. A little excitement at first, people get pumped up, price comes back down, people get scared shitless, they start freaking out about this thing, they start saying they hate ETFs, they hate institutions. I'll see all the negative YouTube comments out there as well. And then the thing rips to the upside, and next thing you know, we're going back to my XRP ETF impact module. And we're like, holy crap, Rip nailed this thing. It looks like the price is coming, 230, 240. We're right there. What is Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin about to break under? Let me pull up my phone. 1019. Bitcoin's still chilling. Remember, Bitcoin's 100,000. Look at. Ronan, I'm late. What I missed? Great channel. We're going over the XRP ETF impact model. Let me show it to you. You can see it on your screen right there. The full video on this comes out tomorrow on this channel. We break this all down, but pretty much this is, we're taking the ETF counts anywhere from 5 to 20. We're doing a very conservative price up to an aggressive price, depending on the total inflows that come in. The point we want to look at is right around here. This 10 ETFs with 450 million in volume pretty much puts us on track for what Solana did. You're looking at a 6 to 11 for your 30-day pricing and an $8 to $14 XRP on your 60-day pricing. So that's what we're looking at here. Rusty, what do you think is your choice for making passive income from XRP? Nothing at this moment. I will not touch anything to make passive income on my XRP at this moment. We are not there yet. We are not there yet. Way too early days for that. Way too early days for that. I want to see what Uphold's going to do next month. It's only for Florida people. They're going to be introducing like a borrowing, a lending, and a yield for Florida residents on XRP. It'll be interesting to see what they kick off. But to me, with how volatile these assets are, borrowing is a big no-no. People get liquidated all the time. And when you get, people don't notice, if you borrow against your assets, and let's take this in, for example, okay? October 10th, if people were borrowed against their assets, they got screwed. Because their XRP got sold off because they had to pay back their loan because they were under the ratio they were allowed to be under, or they had to deploy more money into that to bring them up to the terms, and they sell off your XRP, and then you get hit with a tax bill on top of that because they had to liquidate your assets. We're not there yet. We need utility to kick in. We need the pension funds, the retirement accounts, your 401ks to kick in to give us stability within these markets. We're close, but we're not there just yet. So to me, I'm not borrowing. I'm not lending. I'm not going to try to get cute and get yield on these platforms that are very new. Others, if they want to do it, go ahead. They can work out the kinks for me. Maybe down the line I'll do it. But you know what? I'll cash out my XRP. I'll put it into the old stock market, get me some nice equities, earn a nice 7% on a conservative number, aim for an 8 to 12%, and live happily ever after. That's my goal. JB, can I ask Winkle, when will you be buying your first Lambo in crypto? Oh man, I can't get in a Lambo, man. They're too low. I'm too wide. No Lambo for this guy. Probably a Cybertruck. Probably a Cybertruck. We're looking at. Dips are buying opportunities. Yes, they are. Every dip is your friend. Like, I mean, think about how far we have come. Institutions are here. ETFs are here. Ripple has made great progress within the markets. We've come a long ways. We know XRP is going up to a higher point, to a higher price point at some point, right? I mean, a $3 XRP, we know XRP is at least worth more than its old all-time high. We know that for a fact, and it's going to get there. So, buying opportunities, spot on. Captain Rick, I'm bigger than you, Rip, and I fit in the Lambo fight. Rick, you don't got this back, man. You don't got this back like me. Sell your XRP for pizza. Yo, that better be a damn good pizza, man. Better be a damn good pizza. That's right. You did tell me don't do the Cybertruck. I know. But it's the only one I know. Like, I remember, you know? The only one I remember. I don't know what I'm going to do. I wanted a truck at first. I'm getting some nasty YouTube comments on one of my videos. These people on YouTube are crazy. I'll tell you something. $3 is a disgrace. 100%. It's disgusting. $3 is disgusting. Am I going to sell my XRP to invest in spot ETF? No. Hell no. No chance. I don't need to. I hold XRP. Are they bots? No. There's some angry people in there. Some of the people don't like the new video formats on the channels, that they're not happy with the thumbnails. They don't like it. They think it's too flashy. And then we got keyboard warriors. I mean, that's life of anyone in social media, right? People like to attack others. I mean, it makes good entertainment for me reading when I'm just sitting on the couch and read through them to see how angry some people are. It is what it is. I get a good laugh out of it. Coop, 1,000 by January. Coop, I'm picking you up in a freaking private jet. We'll go anywhere you want. We hit that. I'm in. Worst case, crawling it out. Yeah. Ray says, yeah, I don't need to. Yeah. If you hold XRP, there's no reason for you to get to spot ETFs. These spot ETFs are for people who don't want to use Coinbase or, you know, crypto exchange and get a hardware wallet and go through all that crap. This spot ETF is giving these people pretty much the white glove service to have exposure to crypto. That's what these ETFs are. And then they're going to be packaged because you'll see them in your retirement accounts. You'll be able to buy, you know, baskets of ETFs, because retirement accounts aren't just going to source local assets like XRP, HBAR, and Bitcoin from exchanges. They're going to buy up ETFs that have these baskets created, right? That's what we'll be looking at. I'll stick with my Beamers. Yo, aren't Beamers crazy money to fix though? Right, the main point of the ETF is that you don't have the custody for the masses. Yes, this is how we get mass adoption, is through these ETFs. Yep, they're for people that want to enter in like stocks. Spot on. This is exactly what they are. I'm excited, man. JB says, not selling till you can get a taxi home from a local bar of 1 XRP. That's what you call yourself the rail. Can you imagine that? You imagine just Ubering around everywhere and just 1 XRP in there? A Ford F-150 Raptor. Aren't the Raptors 2 doors, or am I thinking of the Lightnings? Or am I thinking of the Lightnings? Razo de los from Instagram, holding at least for 5 or 10 years. Love that. When I first got into crypto, my friend, I said I was going to hold this thing until 2025. I've been here since 2017. Got to stick to the plan. 5 to 10 years will give you plenty of growth in this asset. Love that plan from you. That's huge. Raul Lopez, didn't ETH shoot up to 900 when the ETF launched? 900 on ETH? Was that from the ETF though? I don't remember. I don't pay attention to ETH that much, to be honest with you. I don't remember if ETH shot up that much. ETH doesn't really have ETH doesn't have a lot of interest for these ETFs. I'm thinking of the F-150, or am I? I don't know my cars or trucks. Joshua, what the hell? Pre-sale. Papa Bear, memes run with Bitcoin? No, so your meme coins are going to run with whatever chain they're on. So if you have an XRP meme coin, they should run when XRP runs. If you have a Solana meme coin, it should run when Solana runs. Meme coins are a completely different ballgame. Meme coins are wild. Back to those 3K, I believe it shot to 3,900. That's yeah, that sounds more accurate. That sounds more accurate on it. ETH didn't really get a great boost from its ETFs. There's not a lot of interest in ETH ETFs. Wow, try to say that one. I think BlackRock, I did a tweet on it yesterday. BlackRock did like puny volume on it. It's the biggest one. It's wild. It's wild. Flynn says HBAR has shit the bed since ETF launch. Yeah, and so has Solana. Solana's down 20%. That's the exact narrative I'm talking about, though, right? They shit the bed first, and then they go up, and people get pissed. That's what I'm saying. Just your expectation, just, you know, just chill with them. Just relax. It's gonna happen. That's why we did a 30 and 60 day on this. We got to give them time to mature. We got to give them time to let this liquidity come in and for the money to flow in on them. You think XRP is going to jump a rule? Yeah, look, I said I think we're going to get, and you're over on Instagram. I wish I could have showed you the trading view I pulled up. I think we're going to get a little bit of a green candle to the upside. I then think we're going to see a little bit of a corrective state to the downside. And then I think after a couple of weeks, it rips to the upside is what I think we're looking at on this thing. JB, do you believe in Jake's predictions? Your opinion, please. No, I do not. Not even close. He said 50 to 100 bucks from ETFs is what he stated. I made a video on it yesterday, I believe. It was yesterday. He stated 50 to 100 bucks on his ETFs. He put his video out. He did a live stream the other day talking about 50 to 100 on it. Look, if it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? Everyone has a prediction. There's nothing wrong with having a prediction. Someone's going to be right. Someone's going to be wrong at the end of the day. It's a 50-50 crapshoot, right? It's like flipping a coin. Someone's going to get it right. Someone's going to get it wrong. That's it. That's it. That's what it comes down to. And time always tells, right? Time always tells where we're going to go with this thing. And then we'll see. I remember that happened for Bitcoin and ETH. Yeah, it happened for every ETF so far. That's been the exact playbook. A little bit of a spike. People get all excited. FOMO occurs. They buy and then back down. And then they get upset. I'm already prepared for all the YouTube comments and hate on it. I know it's coming. It's already started when I talked about it. But that's social media. That's what we deal with. It's the life of a social media person. You know what I mean? That's what we got to deal with. I really like this Kick platform, though. I need to get my, I got to start doing more Kick stuff and building that following up. I like Kick. Let's hope Rip is wrong and I'm right. I have higher predictions. Man, I hope you're right. I hope that this model that I put about a couple of hours into is so far wrong and these prices go through the roof. I really do. Look, I'm an XRP holder. I've been an XRP holder for 8 years. I want nothing more than a higher price XRP. I am sick to my stomach that I've been holding this thing for 8 years and it's $2.40. Not a good feeling. It should be a lot higher. You know what I mean? It should be a lot higher. But here we go. Kevin coming in with the super. Thank you, my friend. You're right. These people on YouTube are crazy. Like this one guy buying Casper. Look, you're right, though. You're right. I was an idiot. I wish I could have that 15, 20,000, whatever the hell it is I got in there back. I appreciate that, Kevin. Thank you for the tip, my friend. Much love. Everyone show some love to Kevin's tip. Give him some hearts. Throw him some emojis up in there. But I wish I could have that money back. But you know what? You live and you learn. I've been here 8 years. I made mistakes with shit that I bought. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. I feel like a newbie compared to Rip. Man, crypto's crazy. I'll tell you something. There's so much. They'll tempt you with $10 to make you work for it. So it says $18. You know? It's Casper. It's Casper for you. Garcia, do you think it's a good idea to let banks custody your crypto when they are able to do so? Yeah, I do. Because if banks are going to custody your crypto, banks are also going to give you insurance on your crypto, which is a good thing. Right now, a lot of these places only give you insurance on stable coins. You know, nothing's going to happen to the bank. You're going to be safe with them. It's like asking, is it okay to let the bank hold your cash? Of course it is. Of course it is. I'm going to retire tomorrow. Paul, take me with you, man. Take me with you. I can't do it anymore. I'll never sell Casper. It's either going to die or it's going to fly. I'm with you. I'm going to ride this thing to either -15 or I'm going to ride this thing into the positives. I have a feeling, though, Smoltz, we're going to get the last laugh on it. I really do. Frankie, I'm 70. I will enjoy this when it goes, but my kids and grandkids will sit under the shade. Damn, Frankie. Frankie, I'm coming over. Adopt me. Octavio, you're welcome, my friend. Exciting times. That's right, Goop. That is right. All right, look, we almost been live for an hour. We got 1,096 people over on the stream. Instagram, the few that have come over, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. We'll start doing more Instagram, more kick streams as well. Love to see it. JB, what's your thoughts on LLC Trust? Any good or better on XRP, NanoS, and Tantrum? I like Nano. I don't have a problem with Ledger. I have multiple ledgers. I've had multiple ledgers for years, never a hiccup. I'm a big fan. If Tantrum's your thing, you're good to go. It's not the wallet that's the issue. It's the person who creates the wallet. They're the issue because they don't safeguard those keys. Like, don't put your keys in a Google Drive or your Apple iCloud account. Don't leave your keys on your computer because if your computer gets infected, someone comes into it, they'll take it. Write them down with pen and paper, laminate them, put them in a binder, put them away. Give a copy to your parents just in case there's a natural disaster to your house or something happens, God forbid. So you have a backup of your keys. Pen, paper, laminate, you're good to go. That is how you safeguard everything. That's how you do it. Oh, Smoltz, he's holding you to that, Kevin. Best bottle of bourbon to you. Casper's going to do well. Coop, love your show, Rip. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for coming out. Look, let's wrap it there. I'm going to go catch the ending of the Knicks game. Maybe I'm going to go get some food as well. I might be a little hungry. I'm still under the weather, battling a cold. Remember, tomorrow, this video will be out on this channel. If you want to catch it, if you want to look at the chart and go over this, you'll be able to check it out. It will be posted up in the Patreon group for any Patreon members as well. I'll put it over there so you can see it. It's been an amazing show. Tomorrow is a very historic day for us XRP holders. Just have a strong, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Just stay positive tomorrow, regardless of what happens. Go in expecting nothing, because if something does happen, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Don't go in thinking this thing's going to run to $20 right off the rip, because if it doesn't happen, you're going to be back down. You want to stay in a neutral stance. We are in an amazing time of these markets. Stay strong, everyone. Great things are coming. That's a beautiful way to end it, Smoltz. Have an amazing night, everyone. Thank you for the live stream. We'll be back live next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, enjoy the rest of your nights, and I'll catch all y'all on the next one.